Hello, this is Chetan Narula reporting for Cricket World, and my current pit stop and also my final pit stop for this long international calendar that India have embarked upon since July 2016. It's the wonderful Dharamsala, a chilled out end to what has been a very hectic international season, what has been a very bitterly fought 4-test series which is pegged at 1-1. And behind me you can see the beautiful stadium, the HPCA stadium in Dharamsala. And there in the distance, those white caps that you see, that bit of a white on the screen that you see are snow-capped mountains, which makes this a setting, a very beautiful setting for cricket, one of the most gorgeous settings, one of the most gorgeous stadium in world cricket, if not the most gorgeous stadium in world cricket. So this is Dharamsala, this is the HPCA stadium, and from tomorrow, that is Saturday onwards, India will play Australia in the 4th test match of this 4-match series. The series, remember, is pegged at 1-1, and there is breaking news regarding what's happening with the series. Virat Kohli, Indian skipper Virat Kohli, is in doubt for this 4th test match. He has not completely recovered from the shoulder injury that he had received while fielding on day 1 in Ranchi. He did play that test match in Ranchi. However, he did not field for the first 2 days. Then he batted in the first innings, and then obviously fielded for the last day as well. But he fielded at slip so that he didn't have to throw the ball. So that's really not helped him recover enough. And he did not bat in the nets on Thursday, that was 48 hours before the game. And today, that is Friday, 24 hours before the game, he still was only moving gingerly, was not throwing the ball, only took some really slow throwdowns. So he's clearly having some problem, handling the batting to his full ability, which means that India might just take the field without their skipper. There's going to be a fitness test before the toss on Saturday morning, and only then it will be decided whether Virat is playing or not playing this test match. In the pre-match press conference, Virat Kohli said that he will only play this match if he is 100% fit. So if he can just bat and not field, will India take a chance on him? It remains to be seen. But if he cannot bat at all, which was seen in the nets today, he was moving very gingerly, just taking some really slow throwdowns. If he cannot bat at all, then there is no doubt Virat Kohli will be ruled out from this 4th test match, and then Ajinkya Rahane will be the captain. So far, all the talk has been about Virat Kohli, whether he'll play, whether he'll not play. So there's not been much about the possible combinations. Shreyas Iyer has been drafted in as a replacement for Virat, and if India do decide to go in with 6 batsmen, he will make his test debut along with Karun Nair and obviously Ajinkya Rahane in the middle order there. That would also mean that India will go in with 4 bowlers. But this pitch, has a bit of a green tinge on the top, but it's very dry, as Steve Smith pointed out in his pre-match press conference. So India could still opt for just the 4 bowlers, or indeed, if they do want a 5th bowler, they might bring in Jayant Yadav, who is also a spinner. There's also Kuldeep Yadav, left-arm Chinaman. He could be the surprise package, but he does not. He's not that proficient with the bat as you would say Jayant Yadav, who's had some experience at this test level, has a test 100 against England in Mumbai. So Jayant Yadav, the scales are in his favour if India do go in with 5 bowlers. As for Australia, there's no real team news from them, which means that all their players are fine and fit. Pat Cummins had a bit of a spinal scan just to see how he endured the 3rd test match, and he's been ruled fit. He's been cleared, in fact, to play this test match and, in fact, bowl at full pace in this 4th test match. So it means a lot for both these teams, as I mentioned earlier. It's been a bitterly fought contest, this one, pegged at 1-1. India, obviously, the number 1 ranked side. Australia, the number 2 ranked side. And, it remains to be seen which team will come out on top. For Australia, obviously, it marks a huge moment because they lost 3-0 in Sri Lanka last year, and since then it has been a revival of sorts. Nobody expected them to be fighting for the series in this 4th test match, let alone in this series at all. But they won in the first test, and now they've come to Dharamshala, the series pegged at 1-1. For India, as I said, it's a long road. It's been a long road since Antigua in July. They beat the West Indies, they beat New Zealand at home, and then they beat the English at home. So they've been very good, and they were all comfortable victories, but they've really been challenged in this series. So it remains to be seen, will India take the field with Virat or without Virat? And if India do take the field without Virat, can they inspire themselves and can they encourage themselves to play and match up to Australia? Because without Virat, Australia will have the upper hand in this fourth test match.